From Ticker News, right now, the global view. This is Ticker News Insight.
Hello and welcome back to Ticker News Insight, the show where we gather insights and ideas from people working in and on businesses from all around the globe. I'm your host, Mike Loder, and to our latest story for the moment. And Debra is a philanthropist and CEO and creator of the Guardians of Peace video game. Having created the game alongside her daughter Jenna, the plan was to help give children the skills to reframe heavy emotional experiences using love, kindness, and meditation as well. Debra joins me now. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. So let's jump right in. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Guardians of Peace video game and I guess that inspiration for getting involved and creating it alongside your daughter? It's so cool.
Well, my daughter suffered with depression for many years when she was a teenager. And so we had it all the doctors and specialists. And I found she started doing some research on meditation and energy healing. And she actually was the one that brought that into the home. And it just made a world of difference in her healing. And then I started looking around at drug abuse and the violence in the world. Our children are going home and getting guns and going to school and shooting each other. And the whole common denominator was teaching the kids how to calm their minds. And so the meditation and the energy healing does that. And so I thought I have to get this out to kids all over the world. And what better way than to make it an app or a game?
Absolutely incredible. And I think I love the way that you've jumped into video games to sort of tackle these topics rather than sort of shy away or, people turn against video games in the market because of, the violence associated, etc. So you've really faced it head on. What do you hope children and families will get out of the game when playing?
Well, like I said, the programmer, my friend Brett Wright of Tools Shed, I told him this is a great teaching game, but I don't want it to be let the kids know they're being taught. So you make it cool and have the graphics great. So what I want them to get out of it, again, is to learn some meditations and to learn that we are connected energetically, all of us, and they have the inner strength through energy to do whatever they want. And also I have 7 mentors. I made them all different races. So the children will be able to see that we can all work together to make this world a better place. It's really the bottom line of all of it.
Absolutely well said. Now, I saw that the game was recently made available through Xbox. Of course, that's the team at Microsoft, which is a huge achievement for you and the team. What was the development and I guess the distribution process like? A lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Well, it was again, I just told the story, so Brett really took the reins on that. But we actually made it an app first. So you can download it on the App Store and Google Play. And because I wanted kids everywhere to be able to do that. And they were always in their phones and on the iPads. So we did that first. And that actually they started being downloaded all over the world. And then we said, you know what, Xbox, let's start looking into that. And we actually contacted them and they loved the concept. And they said, that's great, we'll take it. So that's really how it worked. But yeah, the programming, it was a 3-year process. It's a lot, but well worth it. Like I said, we're trying to change the world, and I think this will really help.
Absolutely. One button press at a time, changing the world. So the game teaches a lot about meditation practices like Qigong. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and I guess why you feel it's important for children to learn and maybe a little bit about Qigong for people who don't know?
Well, again, my daughter, Jenna, was actually the one that brought that into the house. I had never heard of it, really had never, about 10 years ago, really wasn't really familiar with meditation. The thing I like about Qigong, especially for children, they're not sitting in that lotus position. So, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, it's hard to have them do that. And what I love about Qigong, in China, they start teaching their children this at 3 years old. So it's easy to do, and it really is more like karate moves. So it's very cool, and the children love it. And again, it's very healing, and children should just be doing it. All adults, like I said, it's a very good healing process, and it could help with advancement of illnesses and things like that. And, 15, 20 minutes a day is great. So for the children, it just was easy and fun. Again, I wanted it to be fun and not have them think they were learning anything. So that's why we picked that.
That's what it's all about. It's like sneaking broccoli into dinner somehow. But
That's it.
Deborah, well done. I think Jen has given us such a great gift when it comes to amalgamating video games and some of the practices you've outlined. I want to thank you so much for joining us. And just to finish very quickly, where can we get our hands on the game?
You can download it on the App Store, Google Play, of course, Xbox. And my daughter Jenna is releasing a book in a couple of days, Meditations for Children, The Guardians of Peace, so the parents can read to their children and start teaching them a little bit of that.
Incredible stuff. Deborah, thank you again for bringing this one to our attention.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All good. And of course, thank you to all of you for tuning in. I've been your host, Mike Loder, and be sure to head to tickernews.co for more. I'll see you again soon. Be well.